When it comes to compassion and love, we can associate love with telling people I love you. We can associate it with all of the common things that, gifts. Really, you really know somebody loves and cares about you when there's something awful has happened to you and they're there. I remember it being really, really busy, and I remember a baseball team coming in. That's the big thing I remember. I had been bartending that whole day, and then my male coworkers asked me if I wanted to go out. I went out with them all the time. I didn't see anything wrong with that. I'm married. They knew I was married. Several of the other girls would go too, and we would all meet up and we'd go to the same places after work. It's graduate school. It's Friday night. It's Saturday night. There's only one or two places that you can go when your store closes at 1:30. At some point in the night, somebody drugged me with ketamine. And I woke up and things weren't right and my brain wasn't functioning. So I sat down on the couch and I thought, well, I want to take a shower, because I knew in my subconscious that I had been assaulted. I didn't know, or that somebody had had sex with me, and I didn't know who it was. I didn't know how it happened. And I knew I needed to go to the hospital. I'd never been to the hospital for a rape before. I guess I thought maybe I was going to get like a private room or something, but I didn't. It was an open hospital floor. Reminds me of the ones you see on TV. So she's telling me that they're going to cover the insurance, is going to cover the rape kit, and that everything will be fine. And she explains to me what a sexual assault examiner nurse is, and we go through all that. And then finally, I went home. The advocate helped me get into therapy. And I told her that I needed to talk to my husband, and I was so upset. And I said, you're going to be so mad at me because this is my fault, and I don't know how this happened, and I'm really sorry. And I didn't hear anything on the line, and I said, are you going to leave me? And he was crying, and I don't think I expected that reaction out of my husband, to be crying. And he said, I'm so hurt for you, and I'm so sad that this happened to you, and it's not your fault.
I can't take away what happened, and I know it is one of the worst things that'll happen to somebody, but if I could be just like that light and kind of empower change and know that we are giving the best care we possibly can, that is really important to me.
So one thing when someone is sexually assaulted is all control is taken away. So with the changes and additions that Mosaic has brought in, that gives control, some of the control back to victims.
When we were looking at other programs and what they did well and talking to survivors, there were places that had this designated space. And so it's kind of just been that dream if we could get to that.
And you walk straight in, you see the words on the wall, that I am a survivor, with all of the really neat, encouraging words in them. Then you see the cabinet, and it kind of looks like the ones that you do when you're pregnant or have a baby. If you open those are all full of clothes. You've got, large shirts, there's some hoodies, large, medium, small, every size that you want.
It might seem silly, but sometimes the smallest little things, like having a more confidential, more private space, having a room that has a shower and a bathroom. In the ED, we don't have any room that has that. And we just wanted to provide a space that would be that more comforting first step to healing.
If something were to happen to somebody and they were able to go in there and feel a little bit more comfortable, they're going to feel like they're more surrounded by love rather than chaos. Love, that's what love is. Love is when things are hard, somebody giving you something to help it and make it better and start the healing process. That to me is love.